So welcome back to the video. In the previous video we studied about routing fundamentals. In this video we are going to study about static routing. And yeah, so static routing is nothing but static routes are configured manually, configured routes, and then the best part of it is like no protocols needed, and then it is very convenient for like a small network or like for a specific path in the larger network. So and then in large network it is being used as a backup route. So yeah, and then for configuration you just need only two things: destination network and the next hop. So the next hop will be just like the IP address of the next hop router. So the command for it is IP route destination network subnet and next hop IP. So for example, IP route in the network 192.168.20.0 /24 255.255.0, and the next hop is 192.168.10.1. So you'll come to know about this thing in a while. I'll just show you hands-on demonstration too. So as I said, so we have three routers over here. Let's say this is network 1 and this is network 2. Router 1 is connected in network 1 and router 2 is connected to network 1 as well as network 2, and the router 3 is connected to network 2. So in this case, like the router 1 has no idea or like the IP address for IP address listing in its routing table for the network 2. So in this case, how to configure the route for the network 2, we use this IP command. So IP route destination network subnet and next hop IP. So let's see the demonstration in Cisco CLI. So I have taken the same network over here: router 1, router 2, router 3. Let's say this is a network 1, network 2. Network 1 is 192.168.10.0/24 and network 2 is 192.168.20.0/24. So I have already configured the interfaces and the host names of the router. So I'll just show, like F00 is configured .10.1, F00 of router 2 is 10.2, whereas F01 of router 2 it's 20.1, and F00 of router 3 is 20.2. So let's see over here. So go to enable config, or like just let's see show IP route. So as soon as you go over here, as I said, router 1 just has the routing IDs of like the network 192.168.10.0/24 network. So it knows about this. There is no like the listing of any the aside network 192.168.20.0/24 network. So how to configure that? And then this is like just a static routing. You can do it by dynamic routing too, but like we'll just cover in next video about the dynamic routing. So for the static routing, you just need to go to global config mode. As I said, the command is IP route. So what network you want to reach is 192.168.20.0 space slash subnet dot so 255.255.0, and then what's the next hop? So to reach from router 1 to router the network over here, the next hop will be for the router over here will be the F00 of router 2 interface. So the IP will be 192.168.10.2 over here, and then let's check the IP route. So do show IP route. So if you want to see the commands of the privilege executive mode in global config mode, just use the word do before, and then as soon as I click over here, you can see a static route is being configured. So S stands for static. Static is being configured for like the network to reach the network 192.168.20.0/24. It takes the next hop through 192.168.10.2, which is nothing but F00 of the router 2. So and then 1 is like the administrative distance, as I covered in the last video. And then similarly we'll just router 3 doesn't has any idea of where router 1 network is. So let's just configure similarly in the same way the IP over there. So enable, just before going, show IP route, and then when you see over here, it just knows about 20.0 network over here, but it doesn't know about 10.0. So go to privilege executive mode, sorry, global config mode, do put the command IP route 192.168.10.0, basically what network you want to reach in 255.255.255.0, and the next hop will be the F01 of router 2. So 192.168.20.1. so just click that, and then let's check the IP table, routing table. So do show IP route. So as you see over here, the static route is configured on the router 3 over here, and then it says like to reach the network 10.0 you need to go through 20.1, and then to reach the and since it's present in the network 20.0, it is connected to the network over here, and then it is the interface IP is 20.2 over here. So I hope this is clear. So let's take one more network over here. Let's say we have 4 routers over here, and then connected to 3 networks over here, network 3, network 4, network 5. so I have taken 172.168.55.0, 66.0, 77.0. so I have already configured the router names and the IP interfaces. So basically router 2 is connected to 55 and 66.0 directly connected, so it knows about this and this network, but it has no idea about network 5. But router 1 is connected to only network 3, so it has no idea about how to reach network 4 and network 5. So what will be the command on router 1? It will be basically enable config t over there, and then IP route. So we'll go step by step, one by one network. So to reach 172.168.66.0 network 255.255.255.0, and it will take the next hop to the F00 of router 2 over here. So 172.168.55.2 over here. So now it has got the idea how to reach into the network 4, but it has no idea how to reach into network 5. So basically you will just use the same command over here, IP route, and then just put the network ID of the network 5, that is 77.0, and then the next hop will be still the F00 of router 2's interface. So just do this, and the do show IP route. So let's see the routing table. So as you can see, there are 2 static route configured to reach the network 66.0 and 77.0, that is through 55.2, that which is F00's routers to F00 interface over here. So now router 1 has idea about network 4 and network 5. Similarly, router 4 has no idea of network 3 and network 4. So we'll do the same procedure in the reverse order. So go to global executive mode, and then I'll just type in IP route. So what network I want to reach is, like, first I'll configure for network 4 172.168.66.0. The subnet is /24 255.255.0, and the next hop will be 172.168.77.1. so the interface of router 3 F01 over here. Okay, enter, and then just to reach the network 55.0, the next hop will be the same. I'll just change the route, and then I have configured 2 static routes over here, and let's verify. Do show IP route over here. So the routing table says, like, I have configured 2 networks over here, 2 static routes over here to reach network 55.0 and 66.0. So now router 4 knows how to reach network 3 and network 4, but now we are still not done over here. So router 2 is connected to only network 3 and network 4. It has no idea how to reach network 5. So we'll configure one more static route over here. So do show enable configure terminal, and then IP route 172.168 network 5's network address 77.0 and the next hop will be the interface of F00 interface of router 3. So what's the IP over there? 172.168.66.2. So let's verify the routing table. Do show IP route over there, and then you can see, oh, the route didn't get configured. So let's type in the command again. So let me check. To reach 177.255.255, the next stop will be 172.168.66.2. yeah, and then I'll just do OK, and then let's see, do show IP route over here, and then it still shows an error over here. So let's see over here if we are able to do the same, or like let me check the IP over here. So do show IP interface brief, and yeah, so here's the problem I have seen. Like F00 is configured, but F01 IP is not being assigned. So my bad. So interface, go to the interface F01 over here, and then put in the IP address 172.168.66.1, and then the network subnet is /24 over here, and then no shutdown. I hope the IP is being configured. So I'll go one step back. Do show IP interface brief, and then you can see it is connected to this network again. And then let's see the routing table over here. Do show IP route. So the routing table shows successfully it is connected to two networks, 55.0 and 66.0 over here, and then the static route which we have gone configured over here, like how to reach the network 77.0. So this was basically the fault of not configuring the interface IP on the interface over here. So in a way you just got to learn how to like the configure the interface and all. So basically let's do the same step on router 3, and it is connected to network 4 and network 5, doesn't know how to reach the network 3 over there. So I'll just go do the same process, enable configure terminal, and just going before, let's check the do show IP route, the routing table. It knows it is connected to 66.0 and 77.0, but it doesn't has any idea of network 3. So just let's put in the command over here. So IP route to reach the network 172.168.55.0 in subnet /24.0. the next hop will be for this router to reach in this network. The next hop will be F01 of router 2 over here, and then which is 172.168.66, my bad, 66.1 over here. And then let's check the routing table. Do show IP route over here. Oh, my bad. Do show IP route, and then we can verify it is static route is being configured by to reach the network 55.0. the next hop will be 166.1. So let's check whether our reachability is done. So let's ping from router 1 to F00 of router 4. So just type in the command. Let's go one step back, and then ping 172.168.77.0 2. So let's see over here. it's the first two fails over here, and then first three fails and next two get succeeded. So first it gets to the ARP process, and then it is like able to reach the router 4 over there. Let's try once again, and all the pins are succeeded. So basically why the fail? Due to the ARP process over there. I hope this concept is clear. And then it is like the, and then let's see what's the next route they take. Trace route 172.168.77.2. so oh my bad, why the command is not working? Trace route. So I have trace routed the ping, and then we can see it is going through 55.2. you see over here 55.2, then it goes to network 4 over here, and then it goes through 66.2 over here, and then reaches the network 5, and then it is able to ping the 77.2 over here. So I hope the static routing configuration and concept is being very clear to you guys. Let's hop to the slides back for a minute, and then we do have one more route which is called a default route, or the gateway, default gateway. So default static route, like it just specifies all how to route the traffic, all the unspecified traffic to a designated next hop, so which is written as 0.0.0/0. So the purpose is like route all the packets with unknown destination to an internet gateway. So basically if the router gets any IP apart from its network, it is just instructed that you just send to this network over there, or like just to the internet, and then it will reach the network. So let's see by an example. So let's say the PC one says let's ping 172 network over here, but there is no IP of the PC in this network over here. So what it will do, we'll configure the command on the router saying that if you get any IP from the network, like any IP of a network, like apart from the configured routes, you just route it to the internet over here. So the static route will be through the internet. So 0.0, so the command will be IP route 0.0.0, subnet is 0.0.0, and then the next route will be the next hop will be the exit interface of this router, or like the internet's IP over here. So that's all for this video you need to understand. So I hope the static routing configuration is clear and the default gateway is clear. In the next video we'll see how default gateway dynamic routing is being configured, and then what is dynamic routing. So that's all for this video. Thank you.